Hello everyone and welcome to Chaos Rift. So today's actually been a really awesome day. It's February and it's sunny out and it's almost 70 degrees right now. I mean, you can't ask for anything much better, right? But something better happened. The power energy finally came in and did their piece to activate my solar energy. So now my solar panels that I had installed for several months is now generating electricity, and for me that's just awesome because down with the man. So today's episode, we're going to be covering my favorite topic, which is actually Scotch. Now this is in no way a sponsored deal at all. Nothing. I have no affiliation, nothing. This is pure because I love it personally. So let's introduce you to my favorite word, Lagavulin, which is a 16-year single malt Scotch. It is, as you can probably, I don't know if you can see it, but the bottle's almost empty. And I've had it for almost 6 months now. I don't, because Scotch and the price of it, very expensive. So it's not something that you drink every day, maybe once a week or every couple weeks. For me, it's probably been every month or so. Scotch is a wonderful drink. It's smooth. Now, generally I drink it with two ices. I know, absolute sin for the purists, or if you want to chill it, at least have those like metal ice cubes. I don't have those yet. Feel free to ship them to me. Now I pour it about 2 fingers worth, and in a small glass like this. And I've already pre-poured because it could just be caramel colored water. You can't technically say I'm drinking alcohol, right? But it only touched my lips. It didn't really go in, right? So why Scotch, right? Why Scotch out of all these millions of other things? Well, the story of it actually is when I was in my mid-20s, I had not touched alcohol. I didn't no beer, no nothing, because my mother being an alcoholic, so my mother was an alcoholic, or actually still is. She was in 4 drunk accidents and busted up her hip, had her face reconstructed, and 2 separate of them. I was in one of the cars when I was like 8 years old and broke a leg, an elbow. Pretty horrible stuff for an 8-year-old, right? And mother going to a bar on a school night and waking up at 2 in the morning in the back of an ambulance because the car flipped over, and now you're like being surrounded by strange people and lights. But regardless of that, I didn't touch alcohol for it was something that I just was against for like years and years and years. But one day, my martial art teacher, who I highly respected, is branch chief of like all of basically the country for the martial arts style called Kyokushin. And so I trained under him for many years, and he was throwing this big event where everybody's coming in from all the cities and Illinois, Colorado, New York, all over the country came to him, and we had this big event. So I asked him what would you like? What can I bring you? And he looked at me and said, Glenlivet single malt 12-year. I just looked like a deer in headlights. I was like, what the? I don't know what you're talking about. And he just said, Glenlivet single malt 12-year. Just go bring it, and I'll love you for that. You'll be my favorite present for that hour. So I did. I went to the liquor store, not knowing a damn thing, never stepped in one. And my God, it's like angels sang. I opened the door, the lights shined in my face. I couldn't see a thing. It was like I was blinded by this massive array of. So I walked around. They looked suspicious as all fuck, right? They followed me for a little bit, and then they started talking to me, and they said like, "Okay, what are you looking for?" And I was like, "I have no idea. I'm looking for a single malt Lavetti Glenny." And they were like, "Oh, okay." And they knew what I was talking about, so they grabbed the bottle and they got. And I was like, 50 freaking, it was $50. So I had no choice. I paid it and went back to class. You know, he pours the bottle, gives me a glass, you know, and I sat there and I drank a shot with him. Well, it wasn't a shot, because he taught me how to drink properly. You know, I was used to people drinking beer until they passed out and were like had to be dragged back in the house. That's how I grew up. So like he taught me how to, you know, you take it in your glass. I am left-handed. That's it. Slow sips. Put the glass down or keep it in your hand. Have a cigar on the other end, whatever, light up. It's very elegant, very smooth Scotch. Now the other funny thing is, Ron Swanson also likes Lagavulin, and that's not something that it was a coincidence, because when I was watching Parks and Rec a couple years ago, I was like, wait a minute, he's at the Lagavulin distillery, and I went to the liquor cabinet, and I was like, oh, he likes the same thing I do, and I felt really good that day. I admire him as a character, and I keep forgetting his real name, but you know, I love his character and everything about him, and I admire him, look up to him. So when I saw that he liked Lagavulin and he likes it in real life too, and it just brought a little tear to my eye, made me feel really good that day. And why Lagavulin? Well, I just was trying new things, and this is what I settled on. It's more costly than all the other stuff, the 12 years Glenlivet, but love it more, and it's actually better that way. So that ends this episode, and you know, thank you for watching and listening to a little sob story. But anyways, it was great to share this with you. And it's just great to, you know, have a little bit beyond the video game, right? So anyways, thank you very much. Have a great one. Bye.